And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, OPM, also known as Office of Personnel Management, has sent out what they call a RIF, Reduction in Force, memo to government employees. Let's check it out.
Sean here, a federal employment attorney. We just got a new memo from OMB and OPM regarding RIFs. It came out yesterday. So this is new breaking, and I want to break it down for you in plain English and kind of read some tea leaves. First off, we've got new clues about possible large-scale reduction in forces, RIFs, across federal agencies. This memo lays out a two-phase plan. Phase 1 starts with a major cut and reorganization plan due by March 13th, and phase 2 follows by April 14th. Essentially, agencies are being told to cut non-essential positions, consolidate offices, and maintain a strict hiring freeze. They're talking about possibly one new hire for every 4 people who leave the agency. So what does that mean for you? Well, if your position isn't specifically required by statute, or if you're in a function that can be automated or outsourced, there's a risk your job could be on the chopping block. The memo also encourages renegotiating union contracts to speed all of this up. We'll see them targeting so-called, quote, non-critical roles first and focusing RIFs where they think employees aren't essential in a government shutdown scenario. Here's the big timeline to keep in mind. Agencies have to identify which positions to reduce as soon as possible, then notify employees who might be let go. Usually there's a 60-day notice.
So from what I understand is that according to, the whole Project 2025 plan, part of the reduction in force is so that they can put in people that are Christian nationalists into the federal government. There have been several people that are involved in this Project 2025 thing. I forgot the name of the think tank where it comes from or the organization, but that has been their plan all along, is to get rid of as many government employees as they can. And like he said, rehire 1 for every 4. And these people are supposed to be Christian nationalists, which I don't know what. I thought that there was always a separation between government and state, but I guess not. All the while, half of the United States is in a recession.
November 16th, 2025, Moody's has declared almost half of the states in our country are in a recession, officially, by definition. And of those half of them are red states who voted for Donald Trump. Many of the blue states are the ones that surround Washington, D.C., and had a lot of federal workers that were let go. And Moody's says that the recession is due to the tariffs, stricter immigration policies that, number 1, are creating labor shortages, but also, number 2, it's a loss of tax base, because whether Trump supporters want to believe it or not, even undocumented workers pay taxes. Just can't get it through their heads. So that loss of tax base is helping to drive the recession. The federal jobs cuts, which are causing high unemployment rates in these 23 states, no new job growth, or very slow hiring. Okay. They get into a lot more, but it's all because of this administration's economic policies. So here we are. But at least we got that ballroom, and at least Donald Trump is throwing these extravagant parties on your dime and my dime.
So I actually have the list of the states that they are referring to. From the report that they're referring to. It's right here. So we have Connecticut, Delaware, Georgia, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Mississippi, Montana, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Oregon, Rhode Island, South Dakota, Virginia, Washington, D.C., West Virginia, and Wyoming. Now, for sure, I'm not sure about the rural parts of Virginia, but all of those parts around Virginia, that are around the Pentagon, they'll be okay, because that's all defense contractor money. I doubt they even feel any type of recession. And the thing is, when I say defense contractor money, I'm saying not just like federal government workers, but the people that are executives, the people that really eat off. Because we all know, no matter what, the Pentagon is going to get funded. But there was just a report that said you have to at least make minimum $300,000 a year to even live anywhere around the Pentagon. And $300,000 will probably get you a condo. And now if you have no debt, you may be able to get a nice home, but that's pretty much what the situation is there. But now rural Virginia, I'm pretty sure it's doing bad. But yes, this actually is from Moody's. This is a real thing. That these states are technically headed into or in a recession. And a lot of these states being, of course, the city, DC, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, I believe. So a lot of these are, you have a lot of federal government workers in these places. Some of these other places, I'm not really sure. I'm not at all surprised. West Virginia. West Virginia's been getting the shit into the stick forever. That is like the worst place to live and work. There isn't much money out there. People out there are like dirt poor. I think that's like the if I'm not mistaken, West Virginia is like the poorest state in the United States. So I'm not surprised at all. I mean, you know, if you sneeze the wrong way out there, you'll end up in a recession. So it is what it is. But this is unfortunate. Again, this is what happens when you're not educated and you end up voting against your own self-interest. Again, if you got money, it doesn't even matter who the president is, right? But if you are someone that is not doing very well, you voted against your own self-interest. These people are going to suck money out of the economy and into their own pockets. At the end of the day, Trump, his friends, his buddies, his comrades, they'll all be trillionaires when this is all said and done. And I don't blame them. The people allowed this to happen. And again, let me just say, I'm not Democrat nor Republican. I could give a fuck about either one of them. Wings of the same bird. For me, I'm all about the money. And that's just real.